So, good morning, students. So, welcome to the computer class. Okay. So, in the last class, we have discussed about the social impacts of IT. Okay. And also, so how it is important in the society that we have discussed, and we have discussed about the virus. Okay, and what do you mean by virus we have discussed, and we have also discussed about the types of the viruses. Okay, so in the today's class we are going to discuss what are the symptoms of the viruses. Okay, see here, there are so many symptoms of are there for the viruses. For example, if you consider, as I have earlier said, if the corona has attacked to the person, there are so many symptoms, isn't it? So likewise, there are so many symptoms will be there once the virus is attacked to the computers. So what are the symptoms? We can see here one by one. See here, first symptom, that is the decreasing the speed of a computer by decreasing the memories. So the computer will going to get slow down, and it will going to loss of memory will going to happen for the memory of the computer. That is one symptoms of the computer. Okay, next one, causing strange movement or pattern on the screen. That means one of the unknown programs will going to enter into the computers once the virus is attacked to the computer. Unknown program or unknown file, unknown document that will going to enter into our computer. That is another symptom of the virus. Next one, displaying unusual messages like your PC is stoned. So unwanted messages that will going to come into your files or come into your documents when the virus has been attacked to the computer. Next symptom will be the increasing the use of the disk space and causing the growth in file size, and virus attaches itself to many files. For example, if you have considered, for example, if you have increased the space of the hard disk, at that time, if the space is more, we'll going to store so many of the files, isn't it, in that files. So if, for example, consider one virus is attacked to one file, so there are so many files will be there in the hard disk, means so many of the viruses will be there in the hard disk. So depending on the space of the hard disk, the viruses will going to attack it. If the space is less viruses will be attacked. If the space is more viruses will be attacked. So like that is another symptom. So next will be the frequent hanging of the system. The system will going to hang out. That means no files, no documents will not going to get open it very quickly. When they are not opened quickly, we should assume there will be a virus is attacked to that computer. So only the file will not be get opened. That is another symptom. Next one is the showing abnormal write protect error. So for example, consider if you are executing any of the program, at that time so many of the errors it will going to show it. So if it is showing like that, we should understood a virus is attacked. That is another symptom. Next one, displaying a change in data against the file name in the directory when a virus modifies the files. For example, if you have stored the file with some name, and if virus is attacked to that computer, it will going to show some other name to that file that what you have stored. Okay, that is another symptom. Then reformatting the hard disk. So without the knowledge of the user, it will going to format the hard disk. That means all the data in the hard disk may going to get lost. That means will going to get deleted without the knowing of the user. That is another symptom. Then deleting or damaging files, that I have said. The information will going to delete it, or it will going to damage all the information in the computer. That what we can say it as another symptom. That is the virus symptom. Then how to prevent it? You can see there are so many steps are there to prevent these viruses. So see here, these are first step will be every PC should be equipped with some antivirus program. That means antivirus software we should install it. So to prevent against the virus. Next, always scan the pen drive before copying the files. All of you know how to use the pen drive, isn't it? So once we have inserted a pen drive into the computer, we have to scan it. Okay, then that is another preventing step of the virus. Next, do not install pirated software. That means unwanted software. Pirated means unwanted. Unwanted software, no need to install it in the computer. That may cause a destroy of the computer. That means there may be a chance of entering a virus into that computers. So that is another preventing measure. Okay, next one, scan the hard disk twice a month. So how you are scanning a pen drive, after inserting. Likewise, we have to scan the hard disk which is inbuilt. Okay, in the computer. Okay, we have to scan the hard disk at least twice a month. We have to scan it. That is another preventing measure. Next one is the take the backups of important files every day. So for example, if you have saved any of the important files, so we have to save it. That means we have to take the backup. We have to store that files in another files. That means we have to store it twice in the computer. If one file has deleted, if you have copied twice times another copied file, we can get it easily. That is another preventing measure. Okay, this is all about how to prevent the viruses. Next, we can move to the next topic, that what we can call it as a computer worm. So this worm is similar to a virus in design. What do you mean by worm then? It is similar to a virus in design. And this worm, we can consider it as a subclass of the virus. For example, consider virus. How you going to know when the computer is get affected by the viruses? As I said, by knowing the symptoms of the viruses. Okay, so and a worm, this worm this is a subclass of the viruses, and virus will going to attack to the computer with the knowledge of the user, but worm will going to attack the computer without knowing the knowledge of the users. That what we can call it as a computer worm. Using this computer worm, we will going to get loss of our hard disk informations and files information, document informations, and all those things. This is all about the computer worms. Okay, so there are next we can see there are so many viruses are there, and we can see those viruses one by one. Next one is the Trojan. So a Trojan is a type of virus. A Trojan is a full of trickery, as its name reflects. That means it is very complicated virus. So what it will do, when this virus attack to the computer, the damage of the file or damage of the documents will takes place. So so we will going to get some program files or some important files will going to enter into the computer, but by looking it look like this is an important file. It will going to look like this important software, but those programs or files will not going to see these are important. Okay, so this Trojan horse is one of the viruses. Once this viruses is attacked to the computer, there may be a chance of losing saved files and saved documents and saved informations, and there may be a chance of deleting or damaging all the information that what we have stored it in the computer by attacking this Trojan virus. Okay, so this Trojan comes in two parts, that is in the client and the server part. So when the virus attacked at the server side, then that what we can call it as the client side Trojan. Once the virus attacked in the server side, then we can call that it as a server side Trojan. So in the this is all about the Trojan virus. Okay, next we can move to the next virus, that what we can call it as a malware. See here, malware is also the type of the viruses, and this malware is made up of two words, that what we can call it as a malicious and software. See student, these viruses are not only the software, this is not only the softwares, these are all the programs. It will, once they have entered into the computer, it looks like a program. So but they are not programs, they are just like a harming programs. Those they will going to affect your computer. Okay, this is these are all the trojans, malware, these are all the also the softwares also. Okay, this malware is a software that enters into a computer and damages the computer. So once they have entered into the computers. Okay, so and this once this malware enters into the computer, so it will going to interrupt the normal working of the computer, and also steals the important information. See here, what it will malware virus will going to do, it will going to interrupt the working of the computer, and it will going to steal the information of the important files. For example, if you have given any of the password to particular files, so it will going to steal it. It will going to steal the password of the particular file. So but Trojan will not do like that. It will going to interrupt the working of the computer, and it will going to harm the files, harm the document. But what malware will do, it will going to steal the information of a particular files of the documents. Okay, there are some examples of stealing malwares are there. They are the Bancos and the Gator. These two are the stealing malwares. That means a type of malware. So this Bancos is an information stealer. So for example, banking websites will be there. Some any important website will be there. In that important website, some information will be stolen by the viruses. That what we can call it as a Bancos. That means if the Bancos malware virus entered into the computer, it will going to steal some important information of the particular websites. That what we can call it as a Bancos malware. Then we can call it next one, we can move to the Gator malware. So it will going to what it will going to do, for example, if the client is sending an information to the sender, what will going to do, along with the important messages, some unwanted programs or unwanted information, those which are going to affect the server side information, that what we can call it as a Gator Gator malware virus. Okay, this is all about the malware. Okay, then another virus will be that what we can call it as the spyware. So this is the another virus. So then what the spyware will do? See here, this once we have installed if any of the software, if we have installed it in the computer, what the spyware it will going to do it, first it will collect what are all the information that what we have installed into the computers. Okay, whenever the for example, consider if you have installed one of the important software into the computer, so it will going to collect the important file of that software. Then it will going to it will going to enter into that file, important file of that software, and it will going to delete all the important information which will be available on that files. So that may cause unopening of the software takes place. So that all will going to happen when this spyware virus attack to the computers. And it will this spyware virus can collect various type of personal information such as personal internet informations and visited web pages and all those things. For example, if you are opening any of the important websites from your web browsers, so this spyware, what the spyware will going to do, it will going to show the important web browsers that what you have opened, that what you have make that those browsers are very confidential. For example, consider you have chosen those websites are confidential, so you don't want to show those websites that what you have opened to others. You keep it as secret. But spyware, what it will going to do, once it has entered into the computer, it will make to visible to all the users that what you have opened the websites. It will going to show the record history of the websites that what you have entered into the computers. So that this is all about the work of this spyware virus. Okay, next we can move to the another virus, that what we can call it as a spam. So I think all of you have opened your email IDs, isn't it? So in that there are so many options will going to come it: inbox, outbox, sent mails and spams. So what are the unwanted emails will be there, that what we can call it as a spam. One option will be there, that what we can call it as a spam. So spam means unwanted information or unwanted email. So those how to recognize this spam means, so these spams will not going to have any file names or any names of the website like that. So simply they will come as a information onto the emails. So that what we can call it as a spam. So the what it means, unwanted emails or unwanted information that what we what you will receive from some other persons, that what we can call it as a spam. So okay, then how to identify this? So there are see here, as I said, there are no email addresses will be there to that file or to that documents, that what we to that. Okay, so if you receive any email without the name of the email, we can say that that is a spam email. So we can just delete it. So okay, we can identify like that. If the name is not there, then we can identify that that is a spam. Then this spam contains offensive languages or links to websites with inappropriate content. That means, so usually unknown languages, different languages they have introduced in a file. You will going to receive a email with that file. Okay, if you receive the email with that file, then we can say that email we can call it as a spam. Okay, so this is about spam, identifying of the spam. Okay, then how to protect it? Then we can see here this protection against the spam. See here, so we can install spam filtering or blocking software. For example, consider if the virus has attacked the computer, what we will going to do it? We will going to install the antivirus. So what the antivirus will do, it will going to scan the virus and it will going to protect it, it will going to prevent it, and it will going to delete it. Likewise, some spam filtering softwares will be there. We have to install it. If you have installed the spam filtering or blocking softwares, automatically they will going to delete the spam emails that what you are going to receive it. Okay, next steps will be, if you suspect that an email is spam, do not respond, just delete it. So if you have received any of the email without the address, at that time what we have to do, we no need to respond it, we are just going to delete it. That is another preventing measure. Okay, next will be the consider disabling the emails preview pane and reading emails in plain text. So that means you just disable the emails that those are spam. That means don't mark it as important, just open it and just close it. No need to read it carefully. That is the wastage of time happens, because that is an unwanted email. So that is another protective protection against the spam. Then reject all instant messages from persons who are not on your buddy list. For example, consider what you are going to, for example, you are getting a messages through WhatsApp, isn't it? How you are going to get it? So there you have stored, you have saved all the names of your contacts, your friends, your relatives. Likewise, you have saved numbers, you have saved. Okay. So if you get a message from the important persons, from your, it may be from your friend list or it may be from your relative groups, you'll going to open it and you'll going to read it. If you get a message from unwanted person, but those who are not in your contact, if they are doing, if they are sending unwantedly, just you can ignore it. That is another preventing measure. Okay. Next, do not click on the URL links with the instant messenger unless from a known source. That means, so if the informed resource locator, that means the address of the websites that what you are going to write it in the URL path, if it is not corrected, there is no need to open that website. Just ignore that URL path. Okay, that will be another protection against the spam. Then next one is the keep software and security patches up to date. That means if you have installed any of the spam preventing or spam filtering or spam blocking software, so we have to update it, and we have to keep that software for a long time to prevent our emails that what we are getting it from some other persons. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to update, and we have to make the security for our security purposes. We have to update those softwares that those who are working against the spam. This is all about the spam. Okay, so next we can move to the next topic, that what we can call it as a antivirus software. So then what do you mean by antivirus software? I think all of you have know about the antivirus software, because you are using it in a computer, you are using it in a mobile also. See here, then what do you mean by antivirus softwares? These antivirus softwares are computer programs which are designed to identify, prevent and remove viruses from computers. That means these antivirus software is a type of the programs. Why these antivirus softwares are introduced? Just to remove a virus from the computers. So okay, just to remove the virus from the computer, we are installing the antivirus software. For example, consider what you are going to do if the cold or fever happen to a person. What you are going to do? You are going to take a tablet or you are going to take an injection from a doctor, isn't it? Okay. Likewise, we have to install a antivirus to the computer to remove the virus. To remove the cold and fever, what you are going to do it? You are going to take a tablet and you are going to take an injection. Likewise, we have to install a antivirus to a computer to remove a virus. Okay. So once the antivirus is installed to the computer, what it will going to do? See here, there are some steps they have introduced. Scan the computer files to look for known viruses from a virus dictionary. So this computer, what will going to, for example, we have saved any one of the files in your computer. What will going to do? It will going to scan all the files that what you have stored it in a computers, because you have installed antiviruses, right? So scanning it will be happen out by the antivirus to remove the viruses. Next, and identify suspicious behavior from any computer programs which might indicate infections. For example, consider if the person is not looks like active. What we will going to feel? What we will going to tell? We'll going to tell he is not feeling well, isn't it? Likewise, if the file is not opening, if the file is not showing any information, we can say that there is a virus has been attacked to that file. So at that time, what we will going to do? So it will going to scan the file and it will going to antivirus will going to detect the viruses, which viruses are attacked to that file, and it will going to delete those viruses and it will keep the information or data in the files as it is without losing of the data or information into that file. Okay. Next one, scan the following, scan the incoming emails which might contain virus attachment. For example, consider once you have received any of the emails, so you should have to scan it, that email, so before opening that email, so that if any virus is there in that email, so antivirus will going to delete all the viruses and it will going to make you to open that email and you can read the email easily. So there will be no chance of entering a virus into that computer once we have entered into the once the antivirus has been entered into the computers. Okay. So this is all about the antiviruses. So there are so many antiviruses will be available in the market now. They are, see here, these are these antivirus, as I said earlier, this is a type of the software only. This is a software, I mean this is a program. This is a program. Okay. These they are, some of the antiviruses are McAfee and Semantic Notion antivirus, Microsoft Security Essential and AVG antivirus and Quick Heal. These are all the type of the antiviruses which are available in the market. Those will be there in CDs. All these programs and softwares will be installed in the CDs. We will get a CDs. In terms of CDs, we will get it in a market and we have to install it in our computer. Okay. And usually Quick Heal is the best antiviruses in all the offices and in all the schools and organization. So many of people are using Quick Heal antiviruses. This is a very best soft antivirus. So it is very reasonable and very powerful antivirus. Okay. This is all about the type of the antiviruses. Okay. So I think it's enough for today. So all of you should read the textbook carefully, and if you have any doubts, you can text me in the subject group. I will clarify your doubts. Okay, you are very free to ask your doubts. I will give you the reply in the subject group. Okay, all of you go through the textbooks. Okay, start reading the books, don't waste the time. Okay. Okay, then time has moved a lot. Okay, all of you entered into the subject group. Okay. Okay, then take care, bye.